think I'm gonna end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm gonna end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before.
Okay. Plenty of millionaires have lived in their cars before. That is the most savage response I've ever heard. My man's is wild out here. People are cold shoulders. It's going to be a very cold winter out here for these ladies. Peace and blessings. It's your boy Hope. We back here with another video. Now, ladies, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are in a good, solid relationship, you're winning. You guys are both out here taking care of each other, making sure y'all holding it down. You're winning, especially in this economy right now. Because as we're about to see through this lady, when you're single and it's cold out here, it's tough. I was sent this by one of my subscribers. If you want me to go ahead and react to any video, please go ahead and send it down to the email down below, and I'll get back out to y'all. So let's go ahead and hop into this video right now, because this is crazy times that we living in.
So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve, and I have not spoken to him since. Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months, a year on February 2nd, we will have been together. Okay. My boyfriend is also 34, grown man. He also is a homeowner, has a pretty good job. And
right off the bat, her just describing who her man is or who her ex-man is, he sound like he's doing pretty well, especially in this economy. He sound like he got a good head on his shoulder. He sound like he doing what he needs to do to be standing above water and not to be out here drowning like a lot of people are right now. So shout out to him right now. I'm giving him that. I'm gonna give him that shout out. She got her a good one, or had her a good one.
Also has a business that he's starting. So let's start there, right? So recently, I obviously, like you all have known, I've become unemployed, and I have not been able to find a job. I have put in like 30 applications a day. I've got nothing, like barely even an interview. I've gone on 2 interviews. So I've been literally struggling, and I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. Okay. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna keep it together for this. I'm not gonna get stressed out.
So she was supposed to be crying in that situation. Them tears, them fake tears aren't gonna work. I'm sorry. Them bills, I know it's tough out here. But crying them fake tears to your man, let's see what's about to happen.
I no longer have the funds to afford these bills. It's something so crazy about having hundreds.
Okay, so something telling me because she don't got the funds to afford these bills and her man's is doing so well, she's trying to get it in with her man's.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars one day, and then the next day having nothing. But that's what's going on right now. And so I am vulnerable with my man, and I go, hey, I'm gonna need to like stay with you.
Now, what you think this man is about to say when his girlfriend is coming to her? Hey, I'm struggling right now. You balling, you got a house, you got a job, your own business. Please, I need to stay with you. Now, is this man in the wrong if he says no, or is he in the right if he says yes? Please let me know your thoughts before we get into what the response is.
For a little while I get myself together. Like, I don't have anything on the rent. And so I'm gonna need to move with you while I get myself together. Mind you, I said he has his own house, his own 3-bedroom apartment in a nice neighborhood. He also has a best friend. His best friend lives with him, mind you, and has been living with him for however many years. He's like lived there almost the whole time he's lived there. And so I'm like, if his best friend can live with him, why not his girlfriend, you know? So I'm like, hey, I need a place to stay. Which honestly, in hindsight, I shouldn't even have to ask for that. He knew I was struggling. He should have said, hey, let me take something off of your plate. Like, come stay with me so that you can breathe and get this. If he really.
Now, if you're my wife, obviously, if you're my wife, we're together. But I do take the notion, you single until you got that ring on you. Y'all, these pretend games out here in the society, if you're not married, you're not my wife. And it is crazy because we're supposed to be in a relationship, but we just, at the end of the day, playing games. We spend in place and playing games if we're not really getting married. And so I can't really blame him because technically you're not his wife. So I can't be giving you my resources. Now, it is crazy if I'm calling you my girl and I got my boy saying that. Now, I can see that is wild. And I can see her point saying like, well, you got all these resources and I'm your girlfriend. Well, why aren't you helping me? Now, if you my wife, I'm supposed to be your wife, then that's not supposed to be without a question. But if we are playing games and saying we're dating, it holds no, it is just so trash because you're not really being claimed. You're just spending plays, playing games, and just doing married things with playing games. But anyway, let's go and get back into the video. But this is why I say get married.
Cared about me, he would have said that, but he didn't. He sat there and he watched me struggle and then watched me get to the point where I was like, hey, I just need a break. Like, I'm literally so depressed. I'm losing my mind. I can't find anything. Can you please help me? And he said no. He said no. He said, no, you cannot live with me. Mind you, living with him is free. Doesn't cost him anything. He said no. I can't live with him. At first he goes, oh, I like that we have our own places to retreat to.
I can't blame him again. Y'all not married. You're not married. You have to be married. You don't have to be married, but I mean, most people, especially nowadays, dating, people are sleeping with multiple people at parties. The pool is just everybody sharing everybody out here. It's wild. So if you not my wife, I ain't got a ring on you. You trying to move in with me, and you just sound giving hobosexual. He's giving a little bit of hobosexual. I'm gonna be real with you.
When we get into our arguments. And wrong answer. Number one, when we get into arguments, we never leave. Like, we stay in the same room and we continue to talk it out until we work it through, which I think is a really good habit that we have and a really good green flag that we have in our relationship. Yes, do we get into arguments? So does everyone. Yes, do I lose my cool? I'm a woman, but I rein it back in and we figure it out and nobody goes home. So that's a weird thing to say. We've never even done that. Second of all, that's like a problem to me, not a solution. When we get into arguments, we should not be leaving, because what happens when we get married? There's no way to go. We both live in the same house. So maybe that's not a good habit to start. Being that we have not started yet, maybe let's not start that now. On our very first date, I told him that I wanted to be engaged within a year. I said after a year.
Okay, so she put a date on it. So she not just out here slinging her body around. She said within a year, I want to be married. Okay, so she got some smarts about her. Now, the movements that she made, not so smart, but at least she, at the beginning, the intentions was there.
Probably 10 times throughout this year, and never once did he say, I don't think this is going well enough for that to be a realistic goal anymore. Never once did he say, hey, like, let's pump the brakes. I don't think that we're doing that well for it to get to that. So I'm thinking we're doing well. We're on schedule. After a year or a year and a half, we'll probably get engaged. Then he goes, I don't think I want to live with someone again until I'm married to them. Which
I agree. If we're not married, why am I living with you? But at the same time, if we just out here playing games and we're sleeping together every night, you draw the line that unless we're married, you can't live with me. I can kind of see it. We're playing house already. We're already playing marriage, but we're not doing the full commitment. That's why, ladies, you got to go ahead and make sure people set the right intention in men as well. Like, you want to be out here actually having a wife. You're not supposed to be out here playing games, and you don't want to be wasting your energy. You can end up in a very bad situation doing stuff like this. As we can see through our society, a very bad situation. You don't want to be down bad.
New boundary that he literally just made up, because he's never said that the whole time we've been together. And I go, maybe it's not a good idea that you live with someone after you already got married to them, because what if you guys are not compatible?
Now, I hear that point a lot. How do you know how it's going to be like if you don't live together before you're married? This is an experience you grow through. You're not going to do everything with your partner before you're married. That's just a trick that they try to play on you so y'all don't end up being connected and being together the way you should be. Now, again, that's the way I bring it back to religion. I like for us to be wholesome religions. I bring it back to religion. I like for us to have whole families, nuclear families. That's the truth. That's the way to success. That's my path. That's the way I see it. Hey, that's just the way I see it. I'm gonna be real with you. Let's go and get into it.
Together, and you don't know that until after you're already married. Then what? That's really dumb, actually.
It's not dumb. It's smart. I'm not about to go ahead and move you into my house if we're not married.
So I'm like, okay, that's a completely new thing. But granted, it's been a year. We set our goal for a year. Are we going to get married? And he goes, no, that was your goal.
Now that's crazy. Now that was your goal. Now that is crazy to say. If this is true, again, I'm not going to believe everything anybody posts up on the internet, because we all have our own sides of the story. Of course, we all have our own sides of the story. So, you know, unless I hear his side, I don't know what's really the real is. But based off of this story, if it is true, he turned the tables like that. That is wild. He just out here playing games, sticking and having fun.
Since when was this my goal? It was my goal, but like, I thought we were in agreement, because you never said that we weren't in agreement. Clearly, I made all this up in my head, and this.
Nah, I'm just out here playing games with you and just telling you what you want to hear so I can keep on having fun. I mean, realistically, it don't take a year for you to know if you want to marry somebody. People just be out here playing games.
This was never a goal. I just thought it was a goal because I continuously talked about it, and he never said that it was unrealistic. As a matter of fact, he said the quite opposite, that it was a realistic goal to have. And never once, as we neared to the end of that year, did he ever say, hey, I don't think we're close to being married. So imagine my surprise when he says, I don't think we're close to being married. We still have things to figure out. Because a couple of nights ago, I got super irritated at him and yelled at him and told him to leave my house. And apparently that's enough of a reason for him to be like, whoa, I don't want to marry.
Damn, you guys snapped at him. I'll get up on my house. You tripping. But now can you marry me? And I need somewhere to live because I'm going through it right now. So can I stay with you? I mean, any logical person gonna start looking at you like you desperate and you are going through crazy emotions right now. We're gonna have to pump the brakes. Now, again, not to excuse him, because my man, I think it sounds like from her story, he playing games.
Here. All right. So yeah. And so I said, hey, I'm actually scared that I'm gonna be homeless because I said I'm actually thinking I'm gonna be homeless because I don't have.
Not the tears. She gonna be homeless because this cost of living is crazy. And without her man's, and what is her man's about to say? What is her man's about to say? She trying to force that marriage on him, though.
A job and these bills keep coming and I can't do it no more. I'm tapped out of resources, and I think I'm gonna end up, if you don't let me live with you, I'm gonna end up in my car, living in my car, something like being actually homeless. And he goes, well, plenty of millionaires have lived in their car before.
Okay. Plenty of millionaires have lived in their cars before. That is the most savage response I've ever heard. My man's is wild out here. People are cold shoulders. It's going to be a very cold winter out here for everybody who out here struggling in these streets. It's already tough. Make sure y'all staying happy at home, making y'all loving couples complete, because we need a community right now. And no more solo dolo craziness. Now, I understand that's real. Her tears right here, that's real.
What the fuck? So basically he said, yeah, no, I'm not gonna help you. I'm sorry that you're dealing with this. I know it's hard, but basically he told me that you never really do have anybody to depend on and you come alone in this world and you are your own person and you should be your number one priority because nobody else is going to be dependable, which I translated to, he is not someone I can depend on. Why would I ever marry someone that I can't depend on? I'm a dependable person. I've had friends that I've let stay with me, that I've given a place to stay for free, that I've been able to like say, hey, you can lean on me. Like, don't worry about nothing. Take a break. I got you. So if I can be dependable to my friends, you can be dependable to your girlfriend. It's not a crazy concept. Yeah, we do come in this world alone, but relationships are the whole reason of everything. You should be able to depend on the people around you, on your community. They should be people
boo, you should not be dependent on a man who takes all this time to play games with you and say, oh, I don't know, and then to find yourself in a desperate situation to try to spring marriage on him. That's not how you roll. And to look at him like, oh, you don't really care about wanting to have a dependable partner. And this whole society is just trash. I'm sorry. It's insane the way we're living right now. I'm not going to go ahead and go too much more into this video because it's a lot. Ladies, please find yourself a complete, wholesome person who wants to be with you, looking for all the same values as you, and you're not forcing marriage on somebody, and vice versa for you men. Look for a nice, wholesome woman that you want to have a family with and go ahead and build a future with, and not somebody who's trying to look for an opportunity because you have resources. It's your boy Hope. Hopefully we got some entertainment with the medicine in here so we don't get too washed away. But again, it's your boy Hope. Go ahead, leave your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. And please send me your another videos. I'm reacting to everything. But go ahead and click on this next video playlist here. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.